Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me, former NBA players Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And the award-winning David Aldridge is on our sidelines. The fans are making some noise here at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for their Mavericks. When it comes to teams that like pushing the break, Richard, look no further than these two teams in front of us.
I'm expecting a fun one here tonight, Kevin. Definitely not for the faint of heart. These teams love to get out and run.
Irving's shot is good.
From mid-range, Irving is so consistent. He can hit that shot whenever he needs to.
Pass to Hayes. Reeves with it. This one for three. Rebounded by Gafford.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Irving. Six to shoot. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, you love this topic more than anyone. When you think about the best ball handlers of all time, where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, you know, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
There was a time you could get yelled at for taking a three like that, but now it's a great decision, and it paid off.
And here is Irving. Hachimura grabs the miss. LeBron outside. On the wing, Doncic. The shot's good from Hayes. Hayes has got his second bucket.
And certain guys dictate the pace of the game. Doncic as much as anyone.
Outside, Davis. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Back to Irving. The 11-footer. The shot will not fall. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Yes, Kevin, I caught up with Jason Kidd just a few minutes ago.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. It's the Philadelphia 76ers taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. The shot's good from Kuzma.
You know, once Kuzma has the position he wants inside, he does his thing fearlessly.
Kuzma brings the double team. Irving with a clean look. Sinks the three-pointer.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
Kick out to Giannis. To the paint. Kuzma can't get it to go. Philadelphia with the ball. Irving with it. He's picked up by Lopez. Irving can't hit. It's tipped. Irving with the steal. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Here's Giannis. First quarter of play. 1 minute played. Kuzma outside. Count that bucket.
How about that display of athletic ability? Kuzma can contort his body when converting on those difficult shots.
Now, here is Bibby. They set the pick. Pass to Irving. Baseline jumper. The 76ers again can't hit it. Here's Antetokounmpo. Lays it up off the glass.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Pass to Prince. Lillard with it. Back to Kuzma. 6 on the shot clock. Launches a three. Lillard misses. Here's Irving. And the slam dunk by Irving.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Here's Lillard. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And then Lillard slams it in.
Punctuating the end of that play with an exclamation point. Lillard, a natural-born finisher.
76ers trailing. Left side, Collins. Again, Philadelphia. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Lillard left side. Back to Lopez. Pass to Prince. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Lillard. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Talk about a guy who can beat you consistently from all 3 levels. That's Damian Lillard.
On the wing, Irving. Back to Bibby. Pass to McGinnis. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Here's Irving. The rebound by the Bucks. Now, here's Lillard. Puts up a 3. Connects from three-point range. Lillard's got 7 points in the game.
So effective in the catch and shoot is Lillard. You give him an inch, and he's taking much more than that.
Irving attacking. Offline with the baseline jumper. Milwaukee leading by 4. Here's Giannis. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Screen by Jones. Bibby for three. Another miss by Philadelphia. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Lillard, right side. It's rebounded by Bibby.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
And that does it for the first quarter. Milwaukee on top, up 4. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
Everything working for them inside so far, guys. Tons of high-quality shots that they're knocking down inside.
Here's Bibby. No scoring in this one. Here's Irving. It's rebounded by Portis. Bucks leading by 4. Here's Giannis. Giannis! Flies the other way.
And Antetokounmpo is really an absolute terror in the open floor. I mean, love seeing a guy his size run the floor the way he does. Wow, impressive.
Irving. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Incredible body control right there. Don't know how he was able to get that one to go, but it sure was a thing of beauty to watch.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You really have to appreciate and respect the spirit Giannis plays the game with. A beacon of energy and enthusiasm for his team. They all feed off of him with an attitude of joy and unselfishness.
The 76ers trailed by 3. The shot's good from Irving. Irving's got 5 points in the quarter. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Trent. Over Collins. Hits the front of the rim and out.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
Irving surveying the floor. And the rejection by Giannis. And here's Trent outside. Good on the triple. Trent got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And there aren't many players more reliable from three-point range than he is, especially when the D's playing off him like that.
To the middle. And stolen by Portis. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in, and I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. And we appreciate your report. And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. Bucks on defense. They set the pick. Here's Free. Shot clock at 5. Good D by Lopez. Bucks leading by 6. Inside, Smith. Pass to Rollins. Now Prince. Here's Rollins. Free defending. Lopez outside. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Antetokounmpo on the double team. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That'll be his second foul of the game. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Can they get it? Shot by Collins, no good. And it's Milwaukee's ball. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Pass to Antetokounmpo. It's the crossover. Giannis says, "Get off me!"
Boy, the added work in the weight room for Giannis coming into play there. I mean, you got to send an army to try to stop this guy.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Here's Mix. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Screen by Smith. He takes it in. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Milwaukee making a switch here. On offense here, the Bucks. They've scored 10 straight. And another basket for Milwaukee.
Ooh, that is a tough shot.
There's 57 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Collins. The rebound by the Bucks.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Pass to Mix. Here's Free. Screen by Smith. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And it's Milwaukee's ball. They're on a 16-5 run. Stolen. And now Philadelphia on the break. And he jams it with authority.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some hope.
To the left wing. Prince outside. Lillard from outside. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Milwaukee looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Here's Free. Releases from 15. Four on the shot clock. Smith trying to break loose. World B. Free gets the bucket. Free's got the first basket of the second half. That one for the 76ers. Here's Lillard. Here's Lopez. Out to Kuzma. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Kuzma's got 7 points.
Boy, Kuzma superb at finding space along the perimeter and shooting the ball with confidence, and he's got great range too.
Pass to Prince. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Giannis with it. And Kuzma has it in the corner. And here is Antetokounmpo. Three-pointer, Lillard. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
Some nights, Lillard can just keep going and going.
Here's Free. Pass to Collins. Here's the 3. Lillard with the rebound. Milwaukee leading by 17. Antetokounmpo. That's a 2-pointer. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. The Bucks use their size defensively to great impact. Coach Doc Rivers said, we're not fast, we're long. So we get our fingertips on a lot of balls, and that slows fast teams down. Switching keeps guys in front of you, and the more size we can put in front of people, the better we can be. Kevin?
Yeah, you follow this league for a long time. That sounds like a pretty good game plan. Here's Lillard.
Boy, it is so...
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And with us from the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. It's Western Conference against the Eastern Conference here in Minnesota, where the Timberwolves will try to protect home court. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Now, here is George. Following the miss by Julius Randle. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks. I caught up with Chris Finch. Well, we talked about how difficult a matchup Joel Embiid can be for a defense. Coach told me it's all about not letting him get established down low and making him try to beat us with longer shots. If we do that, I think we'll be fine. Of course, saying it on the sidelines is one thing, and doing it on the court, quite another. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Here's Maxey. Michael Conley making his last shot. It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey.
Maxey just completely disregarding the defense because he can.
Gobert, the screen. Pass to Edwards. Shot clock at 5. Here is Conley. He's covered by Maxey. Goes up to the stripe. Conley's shot is off. Now the 76ers with it. Stolen by McDaniels. Minnesota shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And Nick Nurse, Greg, the '26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
Now, here's Maxey. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
What I love most about Maxey is his aggressive attitude. When he's out there, he keeps his foot on the gas pedal.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Nobody near George. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Calm and cool from distance. George really confident from beyond.
Right side, Conley. Randall outside. Just 5 on the clock. And the layup is good.
And how about the touch there inside? And that's where Randall likes to get the ball. And you can see why.
Have mercy.
Wow.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Down low. Here's Randall. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Randall's got his second bucket of the game to go. We've got 1:08 left to play in the first. Gobert with the block.
And when Gobert is playing with this kind of aggression on that end, there aren't many better at defending.
Now here's Edwards. Still without a basket. Here's Randall. Oh, he touched it while it was in the cylinder. That's offensive basket interference. The 76ers leading. George looking over the floor. Julius Randle with the rebound. Minnesota with the ball. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Over in the corner, Edwards. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. To the middle. Here's George. Puts the move on. And it's good on the way in. George has got 5.
And moving George around the floor keeps the defense guessing.
The shot's good.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Pass to Grimes. He got it up. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. 76ers ahead, leading by just... And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the 76ers.
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
Greg, you look at today's point guards, so many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
DiVincenzo.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Count it. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Timberwolves. Trailing by 2. There's Anthony Edwards. Misses the layup. And it's the 76ers with the ball. Pass to Embiid. Here's McCain. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Drains the three-pointer. Edwards got the lead up to 5 now for Philadelphia.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels them.
Picked by Randall. Fires the 3. Edwards with another miss.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Embiid. Inside. Here's Yabusele. The 76ers need to get off a shot. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
A gifted interior scorer. When Embiid establishes himself down there, he is almost automatic.
Here's DiVincenzo. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Butler feeling out a bit. Pass to Embiid. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
It's Edwards on the wing. Picked by Reed. Three-pointer. Edwards can't hit. The 76ers leading by 3. Left side, Butler. And there's a minute 45 left now here in the second. Goes up on the wing, and it's McDaniels with the rebound. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Joel Embiid talks about leading his team. He said, I've been guarded so many different ways. I feel like I've seen everything, and I know how to attack everything. For me, it's all about how do I bring everyone along with me. You can't win alone. It's just about playing together and involving everybody. Kevin?
And you've got to involve everybody. All right, D.A., thanks.
You see that? That's called mobility, people. Embiid just moves with such effortless fluidity when he's attacking the cup. It's crazy.
Randall right side. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the first one at the line is good. Some changes for Philadelphia. Both free throws good from Randall.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
George with the bucket.
Quick decision right there from George, not giving the D any time to react.
Here's Shannon. Pass to Reed. And Reed throws it down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. 76ers lead by 1. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. For the lead, Oubre pulls it in. The 76ers leading. To the paint. The big man Embiid converts inside.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Pass to Reed. And he drops it in from the low post.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
And here's Maxey. Now here's Embiid. Back to Maxey. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
And you can tolerate gas like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. DiVincenzo with it. He's got 6. Going inside. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Off target from outside. 76ers trailing. And while Embiid was on record praising the importance of continuity, I don't know that, Richard, the 76ers front office felt the same way.
Oh, yeah. What you say out loud versus your actions can be very, very different in this game. When you have a chance to go big game hunting, you do. The goal was to bring in some help for Embiid and Maxey, and they accomplished it.
Here's Maxey. And he makes good on the layup. Maxey's got 6.
Continuing to work. No give from Maxey, even amongst the bigs.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. And the 76ers with possession. Shot by Grimes, no good. Now Ingles. He has yet to score. Good. Ingles has got the lead up to 3 now for the Timberwolves. Here's George. A steal. And now Miller running the floor all by himself. It's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Miller.
Like what? Like, what is going on right now?
No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. Drops in the tray. He's got 9.
Always quick to strike. Maxey just stops and pops, pulls the trigger.
Pass to Reed. Here's Shannon. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Maxey. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Maxey, no good.
How did he break that one? He smoked it. everything was set up for that to be an easy basket.
DiVincenzo can't hit it.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
We've got 1:13 left to play in the third. Here's Embiid. Outside, Maxey for the lead. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the three.
Pass to Grimes. Launches a three. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
That is how you respond. Maxey with the 3 of his own.
Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball.
Horrible mistake right there. You hate to see unforced turnovers like that.
The 76ers making a switch here. Here's Butler. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Alexander Walker. Scoreless thus far. Sinks the triple. The 76ers trailed by 3. Outside, Maxey. The kick outside to Butler. 1 second left. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. 3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. It's a 3-point game. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Michael Conley picks one up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Timberwolves.
You've got to be impressed with how assertive they are on offense, continuing to cut hard to the rim time and time again.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, guys, here's what Chris Finch went over with his guys during the break. He asked his team to dig deep. He said, I know you're tired, but they're tired too. It's about who can give more than the other guy at this point. Show me what you can give. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Free throw, good Butler. And so Butler nails both of them. And what about the evolution of Tyrese Maxey? Greg, according to him, he's just getting started.
Well, Kevin, I'd have to agree. I mean, he's got some big shoes to fill with James Harden leaving, but each year this guy has just gotten better. And not only has he matched Harden's production in Philadelphia, I think he's exceeded it.
Hands it from downtown. Maxey's got 11 points here in just the second half.
The pure shooting stroke of Maxey, gifted at draining it from outside the arc.
Now here's Edwards. With the teardrop, some solid defense from Maxey.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Pass to Embiid. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for them.
And here's Edwards from the arc. A second chance effort. Oh, what a physical score from Edwards.
And unbothered by the contact inside, Edwards
plays the game with so much physicality.
Pass to Yabusele. Back to Butler. 6 to shoot. Here's Yabusele from downtown. That shot off the mark. He takes it in. They get the rebound. Pass to Edwards. Back to McDaniel. Edwards looking it over. And here is McDaniel. Nailed from three-point land. McDaniels got the lead up to 3 now for the Timberwolves. Outside Butler. 76ers moving the ball around. Maxey, no good.
Fantastic defense, giving full effort.
Out to Conley. It counts, and the foul. That one on Maxey.
That's just being a pro. Conley understanding the moment and rising to the occasion.
And the 76ers making a change here. The 76ers trail by 6. George up top. Shoots over McDaniel. The 76ers again can't hit it. Conley left side. Pass to Edwards. Launches it. No good there. Embiid with it. Conley picks him up. And Embiid throws it down.
And no doubt the ball is going to go to Embiid there. Needing a bucket, and he gets it.
And stolen by Maxey. Here's George. And it's George finishing it off.
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just get him the ball and let him do his thing.
It's Edwards on the wing. Pass to McDaniels. On the clock. Baseline Jay on the way. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
And both free throws good for Oubre.
In a tight game, he is exactly who you wanted at the line.
Pass to Edwards. Picked by Randall. Another shot. Another miss by Minnesota. To the inside. Here's Oubre. Got it.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
12 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Maxey looking it over. Here's Grimes. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. What do you think we're going to see here?
Yeah, tough situation here, but they do have enough time to get a catch and shoot. It's going to have to be very quick, but they do have time.
So it's the 76ers taking the win in a close game. This
I'm Brian Anderson. Alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill, Allie LaForce is our reporter. Tip-off goes to the Lakers. On the wing, Reeves. Here's Hayes. Back to Reeves. On the wing, Hachimura. Here's Doncic. Just 5 on the clock. Pacers with a rebound. And the Pacers started last season all offense, Grant, but even they knew that would not be sustainable.
Yeah, Coach Carlisle prodded them to at least get to average on the defensive end. And there's no question they have the tools to do it.
You know, to me, this is what you love seeing from Turner, the willingness to give the ball up and get his guys going.
And James gets it to go.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I spoke with the head coach of the Pacers. I asked him if he thinks anyone has a better feel for the game than Luka Doncic, and he told me, I don't want to get into a comparison, but what I can say is that he controls the pace like no one else. You can't speed him up, you can't slow him down. Guys?
As always, Allie, we thank you.
I tell you, one of the things I've noticed about Halliburton is his endurance, man. It is off the charts. He's always pushing the pace and really outworking other guys most of the time. He's constantly revving up the motor and taking things up a notch.
Clark, we hear a lot of talk about Halliburton's Supreme Court vision. Just how good is it?
I think it's phenomenal, B.A. To be the facilitator that he is, you've got to have an understanding of what you're trying to run, but also a feel for how to get people shots and to adjust on the fly to what the defense is providing. And it's feel as much as it is skill, feeling where defenders are, feeling where your teammates are or might be. And that is a gift. And he's honed that in a way that's made him one of the top dime droppers in the league.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. Los Angeles shooting their first foul shot of the game. And the free throw no good, but they'll get the ball back here. From undrafted to closing games with LeBron and AD, Austin Reeves, what a story, Clark.
It really is a great story. I mean, this guy has just continued to prove the doubters wrong. Nobody's going to outcompete him. He's fearless. He's got great skill. Doesn't lack for confidence either. He's one of my favorite players to watch.
And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Siakam outside. Hits a three-pointer. Siakam's got 5 now.
And just so accurate off the pass. I mean, I love whenever Siakam decides to go right up with it like that.
Here's Doncic. James inside. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Clark, what's incredible about LeBron? He makes as big of an impact off the court as he does on it.
B.A., I think it's going to be one of the great case studies when he's all done playing. How he's impacted the game and uplifted people across the country and world. He's a tremendous advocate for social justice. He's obviously a shrewd and successful businessman, and he's been a vocal leader who also leads by example. He's actually epitomizing the change he'd like to see in other folks and inspiring along the way.
First free throw is good. And Clark, a big part of Tyrese Halliburton's effectiveness, he is tall for a point guard.
Yeah, and you see that across the league, Brian. More and more teams making sure they get size on the perimeter. I mean, they're looking for length in the backcourt, and if you can find it in your point guard, that's even better. And Tyrese Halliburton, a poster guard for long, elite-level point guards.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Pass to Siakam. The 3 is up. The Lakers with a rebound. James with the ball. He's picked up by Nembhard. Outside Reeves. The 3-ball. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Halliburton surveys the floor. Right side, Nesmith. Pass to Nembhard. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Siakam, that's good.
A long swing player. Siakam uses that 6'9" length down low.
And here's Doncic. Now here's Finney-Smith. Stolen by Siakam. Here's Nembhard. It's good. And give the assist to Siakam.
Savvy move to pull up from three-point range on the break there. When you can shoot it like he can, if you've got it, take it.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, LeBron James last season set the record for most all-star nods in NBA history. He said, quote, "I'm blessed to do what I love and just to try to give back to the game that's given to me over 2 decades. Long ago, I exceeded anything I ever dreamed of being in the NBA. Everything else is just extra credit." Brian?
Thanks, Allie. Now here's Halliburton. Doncic pulls down the board. And here's Finney-Smith. Pass to Hayes. Back to Finney-Smith. Clock at 6. Fires from the wing. It's rebounded by Indiana.
The defensive breakdown gives him a wide open look, but he can't take advantage.
And here's Turner from the arc. Another 3 for Indiana.
I really like it when Turner squares up from outside because he's got a sweet stroke, and because of his size, hard for defenders to get to the shot, and it also stretches the floor, which is good for his team.
Up in time. Offense is coming free and easy as we wrap up the first. It's the Pacers up by 4 and back at them. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Pacers.
They've done a great job facilitating shooters. Their early game has seen a lot of hot passes and has kept the defense guessing as well.
Well, Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense. He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Pass to Walker. Tipped. Vincent outside. Right side, Finney-Smith. Outside, Reeves. Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. Here's Connect. No made baskets yet. And the call will be against Benedict Mathurin. That's his first foul of the game. Here's Connect. 6 to shoot. The Lakers got to get one up. Late clock. Shot is good by Reeves.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Well, Dalton Connect had a late growth spurt during college, and it really helped his game, Grant.
He really did. I mean, B.A., he started college as a 6'3" guard, but grew 3 inches during his first 2 seasons and added some muscle. Now at 6'6", he can play confidently out there on the wing.
Pass to Connect. Back to Reeves. Walker with a steal. Here's Halliburton. Oh, Halliburton, leaving no doubt.
Halliburton really dangerous now when he gets out in the open court. That's how you finish the break in transition.
Right wing. Hachimura outside. Walker with a steal. By himself. And the jam by Walker.
Oh, that's impactful defense right there. Finding a steal and instantly turning it into offense.
Here's Vincent. Misses the 3. Pacers leading by 4. And the jam by Walker.
Yeah, the versatility of Walker. Can play back to the basket and get out and run. I mean, that combination is tough to find.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Outside Reeves. Poke loose. Halliburton with a steal. And here again, the Pacers in transition. Up the court they go.
Now that was nasty. Absolutely nasty. Halliburton looking like a street baller with that kind of dribble move. Major handles.
And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. Indiana shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
Timeout, timeout.
And when you look at the Lakers, a lot has happened since their championship run in 2020, Clark.
Yeah, it really has, B.A., and I think some of it you have to attribute it to a significant amount of roster turnover. And then you pair that with coaching changes. One of the keys to being successful in anything and at any level and in the NBA, stability, continuity. You've got to have it with your executive management team, coaches, and players. And they've not had that, so the consistency has been hard to find.
Both teams will make substitutions. Siakam outside. Pass to Turner. Back to Siakam. Just 5 to shoot. Outside Mathurin. And here's Siakam. He's defended by Hayes. Siakam, that's good.
Improving his passing is going to be key for Mathurin in the NBA. Looks like he's already on that path.
Now here's Doncic. He's guarded by Nembhard. And there's James from the arc. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt. Nembhard outside. Pass to Mathurin. "56 seconds left in the second. Back to Turner. The three is up. Can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. Trailing by 10. It's James on the wing. To stop the run. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. Clark, it's special getting to call LeBron James games. How is the King still doing this at this age?
B.A., I think there are guys that come along every 30, 40 years that are just different than other guys, other players. And he's in that category. One of the all-time greats. And he's just been remarkable. Certainly DNA has a role in his longevity and excellence, but you got to give him a ton of credit. He's committed to being at a high level for a long time, and it's remarkable to watch him do what he's doing at this age.
Outside Mathurin. Oh, he beats the buzzer just in time. Wow.
Big time bucket, I'll tell you. Great clock management there.
An ideal way to end the quarter with momentum on your side.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Indiana leading by 10. Halliburton outside. Outside Nesmith. Back to Halliburton. Spins. Pass to Turner. All alone. Down it goes. And a great assist by Halliburton. Turner's got 5.
Hey, Turner's not just an interior scorer. This guy has a jumper that's really reliable. So you got to honor and respect his shot.
And it's Miles Turner with the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Here's Doncic. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. And they'll give that one to Miles Turner. Clark, when you watch Luka Doncic play, how is he able to just control the games like he does?
He's a savant. That's all I can say. He's way ahead of himself. I mean, this guy's been a pro since he was 13 or 14 years old. There's nobody else in the NBA that's been a pro that long, I don't think. So, unique in that regard. Great size, uncanny, underrated strength. And then his vision, his pace, all of that what allows him to really not ever be sped up or out of control.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
The Pacers have a star tandem with Tyrese Halliburton and the newly re-signed Pascal Siakam, who said of his all-star point guard, his knowledge of the game and his desire to win and get better, that's all you can really ask for from a young player. Out there on the floor together, I think it's naturally just a fit. Brian?
Okay, Allie, thanks. Inside. Pass to Turner. And then Turner with the dunk.
Boy, that's just too easy, guys. Turner, a player you can't allow to get free near the rack. He's a great dunker. Bang.
Doncic with it. Lets the three fly. The shot no good.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Pass to Nesmith. Shot clock at 6. Back to Halliburton. 4-3. It's Hayes with the rebound. Lakers trail by 13. Ooh, hard finish from LeBron.
LeBron James, power and athleticism on full display with the jam.
Well, there's no question. Pascal Siakam has raised the ceiling of this Pacers team.
Yeah, absolutely. He complements Halliburton's up-tempo style very well. And defensively, he shores things up with his ability to guard 1 through 5.
Here's Halliburton. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's on Rui Hachimura. You know, Clark, with the Lakers, at times it is hard to maintain a sense of continuity.
Well, it sure is, B.A. I mean, there's always pressure to improve or be at your best, but even more so when you're playing in the glitz and glamour of L.A. and all that history. And because of that, sometimes it can lead to high team turnover when you're playing for the Lakers.
Pass to Doncic. .157 left to play in the third quarter here. Excellent D there from Siakam. Halliburton on the wing. He's got 13 to the paint. Here's Turner. Count that one. Turner's got 9.
Hey, I'll say this about Halliburton. He is a great decision maker. You won't see him mess up the pick and roll very often. Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
The open shot, Halliburton. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Halliburton's got 5 points now this quarter.
Tyrese Halliburton so capable of playing multiple positions and roles for this team. And tonight, he's embraced being the scorer.
Back to Hayes. Pass to James. Now Hayes. Outside Reeves. This one for 3. Mathurin with a rebound.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. Yeah, this is how impactful Mathurin can be in close. He loves jamming it home.
Pass to Reeves. Doncic outside. Back to Reeves. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. Give him 8 points now.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Halliburton, good.
At the arc, Halliburton, confident, no fear, no hesitation. He sees a good shot, he's letting it fly.
Back to Hayes. Now Reeves. Kicks it to Doncic. There's the 3. And that's not going to go. And so it's the Indiana Pacers in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. They're well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Lakers trail by 16. Looking to get back on track. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Indiana.
Well, they've continued to play pedal to the metal. leaking out and capitalizing with ease when they get opportunities in the open court.
Now here's Toppin. Halliburton outside. Halliburton on the wing. 5 on the clock. From deep three-point range. That one's off for him. 6 for 11 now. Lakers trail by 13. From deep, Reeves. That one is off. Halliburton outside. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Luka Doncic. He got a piece of it.
Yeah, using his long wingspan, Walker could become a serious defensive menace.
A few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute played. Outside for Halliburton. Again, Halliburton missing.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Rejected by Halliburton.
Got to be impressed with Halliburton's defensive instincts there. I mean, able to come away with the rejection. You don't see guards do that a lot.
Grant, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic franchise like the Lakers.
And both free throws good for Halliburton. Lakers trail by 15. Pass to Doncic. Oh, and Turner with a block.
There's the defensive presence they want from Turner. Hustling and using his mobility to send it back.
Siakam, that's good.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Halliburton. And it's out of bounds to Indiana. Here's Siakam. Halliburton outside. Up and over Doncic. And it's out of bounds to Indiana. And stolen by Hayes. And here's Reeves outside. And another three for the Lakers.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Pass to Halliburton. Takes the three. Again, Halliburton missing.
Hey, you know, I like the competitive spirit, but when you look at it, I think he rushed that three a little bit because he was trying to get back at his opponent. Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
From behind the arc. Triple! Tyrese Halliburton.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
And the dunk by Halliburton.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
And here's Doncic outside. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff
bro.
For the Pacers.
Man, the bench brought lots of energy
I'll
tonight.
take that 4-on-1. You the first person I lost to. I won 4 games straight.
To win.
And what a huge performance it was for Tyrese Halliburton.
A quality offensive outing. When you get it going like he did, I'll tell you, it's
I
one of the
fumbled
best
it, bro.
feelings in basketball.
I don't know which quarter I fumbled it, but I fumbled it.
And the Pacers lead by 20.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
James can't get it to go. Indiana on offense. It's been 8 unanswered for them. Halliburton outside. And a miss there on the triple. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. James with the ball. Halliburton picks him up. And it's James with the 3. And Halliburton has got the ball here for Indiana. There's Nesmith with the 3. LeBron with the rebound. And the call will be against Andrew Nembhard. That's his first foul. For 3, Mathurin. And so Indiana takes this one
GG's,
by a big margin. Even early on in this game, they appear.
I'd like to welcome you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And on the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And the rejection by Wembanyama. That's tipped. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. The all-time leader in NBA wins, of course, the great Spurs coach, Greg Popovich. So here is a guy who's a peer. What makes him so special, Stan?
Well, first of all, Greg Popovich is not a peer of mine, Kevin. I would never be that presumptuous. This guy is an absolute icon in the coaching world. I think from the outside, I think what makes him so special is he's never looked at himself that way. He's never rested on his laurels. He's a guy that's always evolving and trying to get better.
I love that assessment, but I do think you're his peer.
Not in any way.
Fox. And the rejection by James. We played just over a minute here in the first. Pass to Hachimura. Doncic with it. Now Hayes. Clock at 4. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And San Antonio has possession. To the middle. Here's Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
Pass to Doncic. And it's Hachimura in the corner. 6 to shoot. From deep, LeBron sinks the three-pointer.
Showing some range, LeBron more than capable of hurting you from deep.
Here's Wembanyama. Inside, here's Fox. It's rebounded by Doncic. The Lakers trail. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with J.J. Redick. Now, I asked him the approach they're going to take with De'Aaron Fox, and Coach said that Fox's speed is the big challenge. He said, we're dealing with maybe the fastest player in the league, so we've got to be high energy at the defensive end. They know they have their work cut out for them. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
Fox looking it over. Here's Wembanyama. Rebound the Lakers.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
And stolen by Vassell. And Fox with a clear path to the basket. Wembanyama with the bucket. Wembanyama's got 10.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. They get it back. No good from Finney-Smith. And it's Fox with the ball for the Spurs. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Wembanyama left side. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And, Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top-5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing. A generational talent for Wembanyama. The sky is the limit and the reality.
And it's Fox with the jam.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
And here is Los Angeles now, following the bucket by the Spurs. Just 5 on the clock. Doncic with the bucket.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
Yeah, they've done a better job executing offensively, moving the ball and creating high-percentage looks.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
Yeah, incredible play on both ends of the floor. There may be too big of a gap here.
Down low. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. And that's 15 points for Victor Wembanyama.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
Stan, we talk about this every night. So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
Well, and I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama, I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, well, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size. Right. And then Victor's handle and his length, the guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time.
Doncic with a strong move inside.
Creating space, Doncic will move defenders around.
To the paint. Here's Wembanyama. A rebound by the Lakers. Doncic left side. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Reeves can't hit.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we all know the Lakers have to pound the ball inside. LeBron James says, we have attackers. That's who we are. That's what we do. We're not shooting 40 to 50 threes a game. We don't have the luxury of being that team. Working it into the paint, that's what we're really good at. Kevin, they play to their strengths.
They got a lot of strength. Got to do it. Thanks, D.A.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Lakers trailed by 12. And you can never really count out these Los Angeles Lakers, Greg, can you?
No, I really don't think you can. They battle out of the play-in tournament. They overcome obstacles, and they have tremendous willpower.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
And the Rejection by Wembanyama.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no airspace there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
You got to keep an eye out for LeBron. He may be lurking. What a block that one was.
The Spurs shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. Free throw good, Wembanyama. All right, Stan, let's put that coaching hat back on you. How in the world would you game plan for a player like Victor Wembanyama?
Well, that's a great question, Kevin, and there are no great answers because he's so good. I think when you're guarding him, you want to be as physical as you can and keep him as far away from the basket as possible to negate his length. Defensively, or when you're on offense, his defense, I think you want to use his instincts to block shots against him, take the ball at him, draw him, and get the ball to open people.
That sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, but if it were that good, it would work more often against a guy that good.
Here's LeBron. Wembanyama with the rebound. San Antonio leading by 14. Here's Fox. Drives to the hoop. Wembanyama gets the bucket. 25 points for Victor Wembanyama.
Well, the players will say, mouse in the house. Great job to use his size to expose the smaller defender inside.
Here's Reeves. He has yet to score. And it's Vassell with the foul. That's his first foul. A different look now for San Antonio. And here's Doncic from the arc. Will not drop. He's shooting 3 for 8 and not happy about it. Here's Sohan. Pass to Mamukelashvili. Shot clock at 6. Here's Paul. Sohan just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. In the corner, it's James. Uncovered, and he hits the jump shot. James has got 5 points so far.
And you know James isn't thinking twice about that shot. Knows he has the green light.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Back to Doncic. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Off target from three-point range. Pass to Champagnie. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, that's probably not the shot they were looking for, but hey, when it goes in, everybody's happy.
Over to the left wing. James right side. Finney-Smith. A three-pointer off the mark. Here are the Spurs with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. A nice shot by Sohan.
Oh, and a terrific pass. Takes so much pride in his ability to make his teammates better.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Hands it from downtown. Doncic has got 9 points in the quarter. Pass to Sohan. Here's Champagnie. To the inside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Rui Hachimura picks one up.
Oh, clever play by Paul. He makes sure to get some contact and draw the foul.
And Paul drills both of them.
And Paul is truly the prototypical point guard. He's got a high IQ, takes care of the ball, and he prioritizes setting up his teammates.
And here's Reeves outside. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
And good that time. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, Greg, with a combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake.
Here's Doncic. Following the basket by Chris Paul.
I don't have to play the computer to win games.
It's the NBA, and it's live right here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. Here's James, and LeBron throws it down.
That's really how LeBron prefers to finish, at full speed, driving hard and dictating the pace and keeping pressure on the defense.
And it's blocked. From deep, Reeves. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. And if you claim to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
That one goes in.
Well, I'm not sure how that one found the bottom of the net, but hey, you take it when it comes.
Murray for three. Here's Jokic. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
A guy who always seems to be in the right place at the right time. Jokic on top of that one.
No one near James as he lets it go. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Murray with it. Defended by Reeves. To the paint. Here's Jokic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Nikola Jokic, Clark, is as skilled a big as we have seen. And when he has the ball, he can really affect the opposition.
Yeah, he's such a great passer, and he's got tremendous size. I mean, people forget because he's pretty nimble and agile that he's, right at 7 feet tall, 7'1", with really long arms. So he's a problem just from the size standpoint. Then you factor in his otherworldly skills as a passer, as a shot maker, as a basketball player. And now you've got something that's as unique as we've seen in, I think, the history of the game.
Free throw, good. Jokic. Clark, what we appreciate, for some players, success can change them, but not for Jokic. He seems like the same guy.
He certainly does, boy, and he is special. He is so much fun to watch. Seems to be even-keeled and down to earth, but his game is heaven sent for sure.
Knocks down the three ball.
Well, Murray absolutely has that range. He just needs to find a look he likes, and he'll knock it down.
The three for Doncic. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Now here's Murray. Buries the long-range jumper. Murray's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Nuggets.
Murray has that spirit of, you make one on me, I'm coming back at you for mine.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Murray. 6 points for him. Into the lane. It's deflected. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. Austin Reeves went undrafted, but his success comes as no surprise to him. He says, I've always felt like I belonged. It goes back to childhood. His mom once asked him, is this confidence or cockiness? And he told her, they're basically kind of the same thing. Kevin, back to you.
That's something else. Undaunted. Hey, David, thank you.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Murray outside. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Los Angeles leading by 3. When it's all said and done, Jokic, Greg, is going to be the Nuggets' career leader in many categories.
And he's already their franchise leader in rebounds, assists, triple-doubles, and playoff points, and many other advanced stats as well.
And here's Los Angeles now, following the miss by Jamal Murray.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
The Lakers with the rebound. LeBron with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. The three for Doncic. It's rebounded by Jordan. The Nuggets trail by 3. Outside Gordon. Inside. Bucket is good. Jokic has got 6.
Adding new elements to his game. When Gordon is passing it like this, he's hard to guard.
LeBron with the bucket.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
And it's good, 2 points. He's got 8.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Pass to Reeves. The three for Doncic. It's hauled in by Gordon. Here's Murray. And the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
At the elbow, it's Jordan. Back to Murray. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And the strength of Murray, finishing the shot off easily, even with the harm.
Jamal Murray is still an elite scorer, and Clark, he has fought through so many injuries.
And it's remarkable that he's as explosive off the bounce as he is after the injuries that he's dealt with. His ability to create a shot, especially at crunch time, one of the best in the league. The pull-up jumper, the teardrop, and the three, he's got all of those.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball, following the three by the Lakers.
Boy, so agile and fluid at 6'10", finishing with an exclamation point. Porter Jr., hard to stop this young guy.
Henson with it, now guarded by Porter. Now Vanderbilt. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
A floater, and it's Murray laying it in. Murray's got 13 points.
Well, Murray not only is strong, but he's got really good speed, too, and that gets him by the defense past the contact.
Here's Reeves. Clark, what is it about Austin Reeves' style of play that makes him such a good scorer?
I love the fact that he can change pace with the dribble. You know, he's not super fast, but he's not slow either. What he is shifty and smart. He's got good size, good ball skills, and he's got a nice mid-range jumper. All of that allows him to keep defenders off balance.
Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Westbrook with it. Out left to the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's the drive. Got a piece of it.
Some aggressive defense from Finney-Smith, allowing him to deny that shot.
Back to Reeves. Lakers working the ball around now. Here's Doncic. Forcing his way inside. Doncic.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Here's Westbrook. Pass to Chanchar. Bangs home the trifecta. Chanchar's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Here's Connect. That three off target had some space there after the little pump fake. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. Timeout is called, first of the game for the Nuggets. As a junior college product, Dalton Connect, Greg, didn't have a traditional path to the NBA.
Yeah, Kevin, spent 2 years at a JC, 2 more at a small Division I program, then used his extra year of eligibility to transfer to Tennessee. And there he became a first-team All-American and turned himself into a first-round pick.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Kicks it out to Gordon. Outside, Porter. Saric has the open look. No good with the triple.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
James looking it over. 5 on the clock. And James picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid. To put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Now here's Westbrook. Outside Gordon. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Gordon's got the lead up to 2 now for the Nuggets.
Boy, I like the confidence here. Gordon is excellent at realizing when he has room to shoot even before he has the ball. That's what we call seeing a play ahead.
And Westbrook, here we go. Can't connect from short range. So it's the Lakers now. And here's James outside. And again, no good by the Lakers. Outside Porter. Outside Gordon. Oh, that's blocked. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Hayes. Down low. Deflects the pass. Westbrook with the steal.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Takes the three. And he's good on the 3 ball. Westbrook's got 4 points in the quarter. 6 seconds left in the first half of basketball. From deep LeBron. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Denver on top as they end the period on a 9-0 run. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Los Angeles. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Denver leading by 5. And Clark for the Lakers. Their last 2 seasons ended in playoff losses to the Denver Nuggets.
And I tell you what, they fought hard both times, Kevin. The point differential was only 24 points over the 4 games in 2023 and just 11 points in 2024. LA actually led most of the 5-game series, but weren't able to advance.
And here is Los Angeles now after the Nuggets pick up 2. Back to Doncic. From past the arc. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Doncic has got 8 points.
Watch out now when Doncic is dialed in from deep because he's unguardable.
Here's Jokic. Inside is Jokic territory.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely.
Oh, LeBron does it again.
Tell you what, just add that one to the highlight reel. James is truly one of the greatest slam dunkers of all time.
Pass to Brown. Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Here's Reeves. He's got 12. To the inside. Here's Hayes. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
Gordon goes in, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
And Gordon is a guy who is going to take advantage of these drives to the basket. Just feast on them. He's got a killer mindset.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we all know the Lakers have to pound the ball inside. LeBron James says, we have attackers. That's who we are. That's what we do. We're not shooting 40 to 50 threes a game. We don't have the luxury of being that team. Working it into the paint, that's what we're really good at. Kevin, they play to their strengths.
They got a lot of strength. Got to do it. Thanks, D.A.
You just have to discipline yourself not to fall for James' pump fake, because as soon as he gets you up in the air, you're done.
And both free throws good for LeBron. And Clark, it's hard to compare Luka Doncic to any other player we've seen before.
I would certainly agree with that. Ditto to that, Kevin, because he is unique. His pace is never hurry. He never gets rattled. He complains to officials a little bit more than I'd like to see, but he's strong. He's got great touch and feel, and he scores at all three levels, and he's a brilliant passer.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. So both teams making some changes here. Lakers trail by 6. And here's Doncic from the arc. And the Lakers with another miss. On offense, here are the Nuggets. And Holmes throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
And it's Doncic missing.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Here's Murray. And the layup's good off the glass. And it's a 10-point Nugget lead.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
And I really think this is the time to do it because this is a real important juncture in the ball game right here.
Here's Jordan. Following the basket by LeBron James. Pass to Holmes. Got a piece of it. To the middle. Here's Jordan. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Jordan's got his first points of the game.
Jordan very efficient in the paint because of his length. Close to the bucket, he's hard to deal with.
You know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to D him up.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. And 1:01 left in the third quarter of the game. Jokic's screen. Here's Murray. And that one comes up a bit short.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
James looking it over. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Hey, give Jokic credit. He's worked hard on his body and his defensive game.
To the inside. And Jokic throws it down.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Doncic, no good. Denver leading by 9. And now the Nuggets, fast break. Back to Murray. It's tipped. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Nuggets lead by 9. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And J.J. Redick is called timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, guys, J.J. Redick's message with his team was simple. Now, he asked for one thing, intensity. He said, I need you to crank it up to 11 out there. That's how we turn it around. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thanks.
Look, I know he runs the point, but boy, can Doncic go to work inside.
Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
Now Westbrook, after LeBron's three-pointer that didn't go. Westbrook with it. He's picked up by Doncic. Cans it from downtown. Watson's got the lead up to 13 now for Denver.
When you play with Westbrook, you've got to be ready now. This guy is always looking to pick up an assist.
And you look at this year's Denver team, you know, Greg, trying to get more from their bench than they did last year.
Yeah, and you just don't want your starters to play so many minutes that they get gassed in the postseason. That's something Denver's trying to avoid this time around. Easier said, though, than done.
Now here's Westbrook. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Boy, somehow, some way, you got to keep Jordan away from the basket, because if you allow him to get it there, he's flushing it.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's Westbrook. Shot clock at 6. Nice D from Doncic. Lakers trail by 13. Here's Connect. It's hauled in by Watson. Denver with the ball. They played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points.
Fearless against the contact, Jordan ignores the foul, just plays through it and focuses on trying to get the shot.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Nuggets.
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
Here's James. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
You know, what's so impressive to me is the defense is trying to make adjustments, but LeBron's making even quicker reads. That's his IQ at work.
Here's Murray. Made that one. It's his 7th of the contest, 7 for 15 from the floor.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane. Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time.
Not when he can throw it down like that. Boom!
Here's Doncic. Lays it up off the glass.
Nice work from Doncic. Doing a good job finding a way to get it done inside.
Wide open look here for Murray. A three-pointer off the mark. Lakers trail by 15. Back to Doncic. Here's the 3. And it's Denver with the rebound.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
The Nuggets leading by 15. Murray surveying the D. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Doncic.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's LeBron. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Denver.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and it also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jamal Murray.
Boy, the way he orchestrated the pace was impressive. I mean, moved the ball around, made good things happen with the pass. Well done.
Outside, James. Doncic outside. Clock at 6. The 3. Again, the miss by the Lakers. Here's Brown. Pass to Murray. Here's Brown. Puts up a deep 3. Murray, no good. Lets it go from deep. And so it's Denver taking care of. It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. I'm joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. We've got the Los Angeles Lakers and the Portland Trail Blazers. To the paint, Walton puts the move on, and Walton throws it down.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
Pass to James. 6 on the shot clock. Roy with the block. Here's Lillard. And that comes off the assist by Bill Walton.
Crazy. Crafty in traffic. Lillard beats you with skill, quickness, and that tremendous will.
Now, here's Doncic. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, I caught up with the Blazers head coach. Now, if you think Luka Doncic is a problem, you're right. Coach told me he reads the situation as well as anyone. We'll try to give him different looks. The goal is just to slow him down and try to make someone else beat us. We'll see where it ends up. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David.
And once Roy takes that first step, the defense knows trouble is on the way, and then he's just able to slice right through them.
Now, here's Doncic. Driving in. And the dunk by Doncic.
And great court awareness there helps Luka find an opening. Then he just explodes on the drive.
Pass to Lillard. Stolen by Reeves. Here's Doncic. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Inside. And Walton throws it down.
He's a terrific two-guard. Roy with tremendous court vision.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. The three from LeBron. And Damian Lillard pulls it down. Trailblazers leading by 5. Pass to Lucas. And he converts the layup. Lucas has got his second basket of the game.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Reeves outside. Now Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
And sometimes defenses sleep on Doncic's ability to elevate. He is capable of throwing it down.
Clyde Drexler on the wing. No good on the triple. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Portland.
Well, they're off to a good start getting it inside and scoring at close range. Solid fundamentals so far in this one.
Lakers trailed by 4. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. The three for Doncic. The Trailblazers pull it in.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Outside Roy. And Brandon Roy with the slam.
Oh, man, Roy getting flocked.
Doncic outside. From downtown. Los Angeles with another miss. And it's Lucas with the ball for Portland. 6-point lead. And it's the Lakers on the break. Here's Finney-Smith. And again, no good by the Lakers. Down low. And stolen by James. The three for Doncic. Hits the three-point bomb. Doncic has got a couple of threes now in the first for Los Angeles.
And we're so used to Doncic operating with the ball in his hands, but it's good to see him mix it up and work off the catch.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Reeves. Back to Finney-Smith. James outside. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock. Violation. They turn it over. Eight seconds left to play in the first quarter. To the inside. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on Luka Doncic.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. From deep, Reeves. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been... And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
Pass to Finney-Smith. 5 on the clock. Over Walton. No good from Finney-Smith.
Normally he drains that.
To the middle. And Walton throws it down.
Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Lakers trail by 10. Pass to Len. Now here's Hayes. Lakers working the ball around now. On deep, Reeves. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. LeBron James is still dominating at an age where most players are well into their retirement. How does he do it? He said, show up, put the work in, and then go out and trust it. I'm just trying to push the limit. See how far I can take this thing. It's me versus Father Time. Kevin, back to you.
And, David, that's one you're always going to win against Father Time. Hey, thank you for the report. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. And Lillard gets double-teamed. For 3, Roy. The rebound by James. Lakers trail by 4. And here's Reeves outside. That shot, no good.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Here's Lillard. It's rebounded by Hayes.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
James. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to go on Clyde Drexler.
The feel LeBron has for the game, unreal. Whatever situation he finds himself in, he always seems to have an answer.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Lillard. And just miss after miss right now. So it's the Lakers now. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Drexler with it. He's picked up by James. Lillard left side. And Walton throws it down.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
Connect with a wide open look. Los Angeles with another miss. Trailblazers leading by 4 to the paint. And Walton throws it down.
Heads-up play by Roy. He can be an effective facilitator when he wants.
Pass to Reeves. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Good on the three-point shot. Doncic has got 13. Back to Lillard. The shot's good. Roy making the play. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
Aggressive move by Lillard, attacking the heart of that defense.
Lakers shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. First free throw is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Well, Connect started his NBA journey at a community college, grew 3 inches while he was there, eventually transferred to a major program and turned himself into a first-round pick.
1:33 left in the second quarter. 6 to shoot. Out to Doncic. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by the Trailblazers. To the inside. Sabonis off on the layup. Lakers trail by 3. Here's Hachimura. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
High IQ pass by LeBron. He reads the floor and gets it to the open shooter.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Down low. Here's Sabonis. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And you don't like to concede the free throws, but it's better than getting flushed on.
And Sabonis drops them both.
Some big guys struggle at the line, not him. He's put in the work to defy that assumption.
Pass to Len. Back to Reeves. Launches it. It's hauled in by LaMarcus Aldridge. Trailblazers leading by 3. Inside. Left side, Sabonis. Lays it up and banks it in.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Pass to Doncic. James outside. No good on the 3.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, it's all about clock management with these situations. Let's see how it plays out.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Len.
Like what? Like, what is going on right now?
7 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And a slam dunk by Sabonis.
Oh, get out of his way.
No way the D was going to slow him down. This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Now Reeves. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws. It goes on C.J. McCollum. And this is his 2nd trip to the line in the game.
And a very steady season for him at the charity stripe last year. He was right at 85%.
And he can't hit the 2nd. And he nails the 3rd. Now here's McCollum. That shot off. And so it's Portland with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we've got more in 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And as we get into this 3rd quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Lakers trail by 6. From deep, LeBron. Sabonis grabs the board.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Here's Aldridge. That one, no good. Good D by James. Doncic right side. Back to Hachimura. From the arc. Sabonis grabs the board. Trailblazers leading by 6. Doncic with the steal. And they're moving it up. Pass to James. Back to Reeves. There's the triple. James connects from deep.
I like how fast Bron makes decisions, reading the defense ahead of time, rising and shooting with confidence.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we all know the Lakers have to pound the ball inside. LeBron James says, we have attackers. That's who we are. That's what we do. We're not shooting 40 to 50 threes a game. We don't have the luxury of being that team. Working it into the paint, that's what we're really good at. Kevin, they play to their strengths.
They got a lot of strength. Got to do it. Thanks, D.A. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. And the Lakers making a change here. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Pass to LeBron. Back to Doncic. Lets the three fly. LeBron can't get it to go. Trailblazers leading by 6. Lillard left side. And here is Walton. And stolen by LeBron. One-on-one here. Doncic with it. That one goes. Count it. Doncic has got 15 points.
Once Doncic gets inside with the ball, he's halfway there. Then he just uses his strength to finish the job.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Reeves gets the bucket.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Lillard left side. Takes it inside. Can't cash in from close range.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And it's good for 2.
He is just a bad man when he starts to drive. Once he gets that shoulder by the defender, well, it's over.
And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Here's Roy. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. For the lead. And Walton sends it back.
And how about the anticipation and timing? You know, we talk about Walton's offense. How about the defense, though, he provides for this team?
Drexler scanning the floor. Lillard outside. Portland no good that time either.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Back to Doncic. Down low. Hayes. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Now it's a 3-point Laker lead.
And certain guys dictate the pace of the game. Doncic as much as anyone.
Now a timeout called by Portland. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Pass to Roy. Can they get it? It's good from long range. Roy's got it all tied up now for Portland.
Good to see Roy knocking it down from long range, wanting to be a bigger threat from there.
And there's the call on Roy. That'll be his second foul of the game. 1:07 left here in the third quarter. And here is Doncic. He's got 15. Takes a three. Portland grabs the miss. Outside Roy. And the basket by Walton. Walton's got 16 points.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Pass to Doncic. Here's Hayes. Back to Doncic. Just 5 to shoot. Hayes, no good. Portland leading. Here is Lucas. To the inside. Here's Walton. Kicks it out to Lillard. Pass to Lucas. Back to Lillard. Fires for three. Beats the buzzer. Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing play to get that ball off in time.
Talk about being poised under pressure. Big time shot from him there.
And offensively, a great show for the fans. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And J.J. Redick is called timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey guys, J.J. Redick's message with his team was simple. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. They're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. Kevin, they're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
Thank you, David. Trailblazers leading by 5. Here's Petrie. Here's Aldridge. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Out to Doncic. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working. McCollum has a nice feel for catch and shoot jumpers. That's a shot they want to create for him as much as possible.
LeBron James on the wing. And it's Portland with the rebound. Now a timeout called by Portland.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity to get your group together and make sure everyone is on the same page.
Outside Roy. Pass to Lillard. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Portland?
They're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
A willingness to get physical. Roy takes the hit and still gets off the shot.
That free throw missing. Los Angeles making a switch here. And the second free throw, good. Lakers trail by 10. Here's James. And he drops it in from the low post.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Drexler up top. Pass to Lillard. Back to Drexler. And the rejection by James.
A versatile, talented defender, LeBron excels at using his athleticism and length to block so many shots.
Clock at 6. Walton inside. Lillard. Here's Roy. Pass to Drexler. Shoots over Hachimura.
And that's terrific D by Hachimura. He's shown he has the strength and length to match up against almost anyone.
Here's LeBron. No good that time. Great D that time from Walton. Portland moving the ball around. And Walton throws it down.
Yeah, it's easy to see why they go to him so often, because they know they can depend on him to come through for them.
Here's Doncic. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
What determination from Doncic, pushing his shot through despite some stiff defense to draw the foul.
Both shots good from the stripe. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Lillard outside. Rebounded by the Lakers. Doncic feeling it out. There's the 3. The triple! Doncic!
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
Lakers trailed by 5. Here's LeBron. And the dunk by James.
I'm sorry, just who else would you want it shooting there? LeBron James, just so calm under pressure.
Play with it. Defended by Reeves. And Walton throws it down.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. Pass to Hayes. Doncic outside. On the wing, James. Back to Hayes. Over Walton. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Portland leading by 5. Outside Roy. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
Taking full advantage of his opportunities at the line to extend their lead.
Pass to Reeves. On the wing, James. Right side, Roy. All sorts of time. Nice spin off the left rim and in. And the Trailblazers lead by 9. The 3 for Doncic. The rebound by Walton. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. Pass to Turner. Hey, Clark, in tonight's game, what are you...
Come on, fam.
watching closely?
Well, the thing that jumps out at me, Kevin, is the guard matchup. I mean, both teams have tremendous backcourts, and I really think whoever is able to win or control that battle is going to win the game.
And here is Doncic. Excellent defense there from Halliburton. Neesmith with the ball. Siakam outside. Out to Turner. Indiana moving it around. And it's Halliburton missing. And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with J.J. Redick.
We talked about the challenge of game planning for Tyrese Halliburton. The coach said we have to stay in front of him. The second he gets a step on us, that's when it's kind of pick your poison with him. If our guys stay in front of him, I think we should be fine. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Here's Doncic. Following the basket by Pascal Siakam. Doncic right side. And there's the block. Just stops it cold and takes possession.
You don't play the computer the whole game. You ain't gonna stick no defense.
That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner.
Good intelligent basketball on the part of Turner there. Assists like that will make the defense think twice about how they're going to defend him.
And Doncic gets it to go.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's James. Here's Hayes. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Tyrese Halliburton.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. And that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Clark, these Indiana Pacers play at one of the quickest paces of any team in the NBA.
And the computer, that's what garbage.
Quite fitting considering the nickname, Indiana Pacers. And they do set the pace. They love to push that rock, and they do it relentlessly. Catching you before your defense can get set. It's a beautiful way to play. Tell you what, though, you got to be in great shape to make it work.
And Doncic gets it to go.
Luka is a massive guard. He can do damage inside just as easily as outside.
Siakam misses.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And it's Doncic missing. And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Pacers. They trail by 1. And they get it back. Back to Turner. Second chance shot. And just miss after miss right now.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Tell you what, just add that one to the highlight reel. James is truly one of the greatest slam dunkers of all time.
Kicks it out to Siakam. A three-pointer is right on target. Siakam's got 5.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now, here's Doncic. The rebound by Turner. It's Nembhard on the wing. Halliburton outside. And a wide open look for Siakam. Another miss by Siakam.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Reeves in the corner. To the inside. Out to Doncic. 6 to shoot. A floater. And it's sent back by Turner. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Los Angeles making a switch here. And J.J. Redick is called timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And really, Clark, Luka Doncic is a one-man wrecking crew on the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, he's special. His IQ, his size, the way he can make shots against tough defense. He's got the lean back. He's got the crafty moves. And I think he's a lot stronger and a little more athletic than people give him credit for being. I mean, without a doubt, he's one of the most unique and best players that we've seen in the game.
Now James, following the three-point attempt by
He
Michael
can't shoot. Dumbass.
The shot's good from Hayes. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. For 3, Siakam. Rebound the Lakers. James left side. And it's sent back by Turner.
Oh, these arms of Turner just go on forever. I mean, which is part of the reason he's able to rack up the block shots that he does. Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Back to Halliburton. And that does it for the first quarter. Lakers lead by 5. 2K Sports back in a moment.
Playing ass nigga.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Everything working for them inside so far, guys. Tons of high-quality shots that they're knocking down inside.
From deep, Reeves.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Siakam outside. To the middle. Here's Turner. And the layup's good off the glass.
Don't be none of that.
Turner's got
that
the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for Indiana. And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Lakers leading by 3. And you can never really count out these Los Angeles Lakers, Greg, can you?
No, I really don't think you can. They battle out of the play-in tournament. They overcome obstacles, and they have tremendous willpower.
I might as well play the
to the paint. Here's Toppin. LeBron with the block.
It's a part of his game that LeBron takes a lot of pride in. Shot blocking and defending.
Shitty
There's no
ass.
slouch at that end of the floor.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
There's a screen by Toppin. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Toppin throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Here's Doncic. Some solid defense from Bryant. Pacers trail by 4. Pass to McConnell. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Inside. Here's Toppin. And Toppin throws it down.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
LeBron James, power and athleticism on full display with the jam.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. If you think Luka Doncic makes amazing shots in the games, you should see his trick shots. It's legendary stuff with his teammates. Luka says, I'm just making them up. I like to have fun, so sometimes I just try some new stuff. And of course, Kevin, he always feels like they're going in.
Thank you, D.A. He is a magician with the ball. A very creative mind, and it's fun to watch. Clark, when you think of siblings who have played in the NBA, the Lopez brothers and now the Toppin brothers come to mind.
Can only imagine how cool a feeling that is to be able to play in the NBA with your brother. It's a dream come true for anybody to get to the highest level of pro basketball. And then to have a couple of players from the same family doing it together? Come on, man. Doesn't get any better than that. Speedy drive by Doncic, that doesn't quite go together. He usually is going at his home pace, but he does take advantage of holes when he sees them.
Here's Walker, and the dunk by Walker.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
Wait. You must not be going to work. It's 8:31.
Free throw, no good for Walker.
What?
Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
Here's James. Here's the drive. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
Yeah, they call him the freight train. LeBron James, when he's coming down the court like that, good luck trying to stop him.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
To the right side. Doncic outside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Tyrese Halliburton.
Boy, he's a pro at tricking defenders. You can tell Doncic enjoys getting guys in the air with that pump fake.
All free throws good from Doncic. And Clark, it's hard to compare Luka Doncic to any other player we've seen before.
I would certainly agree with that. Ditto to that, Kevin, because he is unique. His pace is never hurried. He never gets rattled. He complains to officials a little bit more than I like to see, but he's strong. He's got great touch and feel, and he scores at all 3 levels, and he's a brilliant passer.
Down low. Pass to Hayes. To the wing on the left. Clock at 6. LeBron left side. Good D by Siakam.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
On the wing, James. Over Siakam. Here's Len. It's been all about Luka Doncic for Los Angeles. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And we'll be back with you shortly. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. 4-point game. Doncic very comfortable down low.
Luka Magic has been on display tonight. He is in full control, piling up the points.
Turner for three. The offensive rebound. It's Nembhard on the wing.
I feel good.
Siakam left side. Shot clock at 5.
I'm sticking D.
Shoots over Hachimura. Siakam misses.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And Clark for the Lakers. Their last 2 seasons ended in playoff losses to the Denver Nuggets.
And I tell you what, they fought hard both times, Kevin. The point differential was only 24 points over the 4 games in 2023 and just 11 points in 2024. LA actually led most of the 5-game series, but weren't able to advance.
A nice shot by Nesmith.
That is his shot, guys. So you can't just give it to him. You've got to get up on him and get into his airspace there.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Outside Turner. Halliburton deciding where to go with it. Takes it out to Siakam. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Yeah, you got to get out on that. Siakam demonstrating that ability to hurt you from beyond.
Stolen. With the drive, he gets that one.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
LeBron outside. Reeves in the corner. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here.
About to play the computer too.
And here are the Pacers now. It's been 8 unanswered points for them. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Pacers obviously push the fast break. Tyrese Halliburton says the emphasis is getting outlets and running, playing fast. That's a good identity to have. It's a team that people want to play for, and it's a style you don't want to play against. You've got to be ready to play us. Kevin, the idea is for them to wear you down.
They fly, David. Baseline to baseline. They can really go. It's tipped, and he gets it back. Siakam misses. Lakers leading by 3. Here's James. It's rebounded by Nesmith. You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career. But the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger. The Pacers shooting their second free throw attempt on the night. And Clark, as we watch Aaron Nesmith, he was such a great shooter in college, and it took him a while to find his stroke in the NBA.
And you know what, Kevin, nothing really surprising about that. Most players struggle to find their game in the NBA, to find their role in the NBA. But Nesmith, he's found his rhythm and his role, and he clearly is dangerous from behind the arc. That is the savvy of LeBron on display. Doesn't just convert, but draws the foul and has the chance to tack another one on his point total.
And LeBron, the only player to reach 40,000 points in his career. Clark, you're shaking your head. It's incredible, isn't it?
Absolutely remarkable, Kevin. And I did not think I would see it in my lifetime. 40,000 points. Just the sound of that is ridiculous. And, you know, he not only has lived up to the hype that has followed him since he was 15 years old, he's actually exceeded it, Kevin, which is crazy.
Back to Halliburton. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Doncic right side. Good D by Siakam. And here are the Pacers now. They're on a 17-6 run. To the paint. Here's Turner. LeBron grabs the miss.
Boy, that's a good player missing from point-blank range. That's one you got to convert.
A nice shot by Doncic.
putting those passing skills to work. LeBron, truly a gifted passer.
Halliburton outside.
I feel the play.
Here's Siakam. Turner with the screen. For the lead. Traps in the tray. Turner's got 6 in the quarter.
Boy, and Turner's really good at picking the defense apart, especially with the catch-and-shoot jumper.
Here's LeBron. Pass to Hayes. In the corner, it's James. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Pacers out in... And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, J.J. Redick's message with his team was simple. He said in the huddle, you got to play some defense in the paint. They're getting too much in there. Battle down low. Time to fight, guys.
Thanks, David. It's rebounded by Indiana. Outside Turner. Halliburton for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner. Halliburton's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Pacers. Here's Doncic. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And Greg, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively, but where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. Giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls, they've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior.
And a wide open look for Halliburton. From outside, off the mark.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Indiana leading. Here's Nesmith. Glenn with the block. Poke loose. Pass to Nembhard. Inside. And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. To the inside. And Nesmith with the slam.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. On defense, the Pacers. They lead by 4. Oh, LeBron's just too strong inside.
A monster down low. LeBron James, the rare package of skill, size, and athleticism.
Back to Halliburton. Here's Siakam. 6 on the shot clock. To the middle. Here's Turner. And Turner throws it down.
Boy, games like this really show Turner is the full package. When he puts it all together, it's special.
LeBron right side. On the wing, Doncic. His three-pointers off the mark. Pacers leading by 4. Pass to Nesmith. And the 3 off target.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Hayes. James left side. And it's sent back by Turner. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Turner. Here's James. From deep. Shot clock at 6. The rebound by Halliburton.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
Here's Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
And those are 2 loud points. Siakam flushes it without much effort.
The 3 ball from Doncic.
Luka does not back away from the big stage, guys. This young fella loves to be center stage in the biggest moments.
Outside Turner. And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. .151 left in the game. And it's Turner finishing it off.
Turner stepping up big, showing you some composure and leadership there.
Ball stolen. Fast break. Here comes Indiana.
Oh, get it! What a throwdown there, man.
And that just may put the finishing touch on this one. Not at all a time to get sloppy with the ball.
Pacers leading by 7. For 3, Siakam. And the 3 ball is good.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense.
Ain't even stick no fucking defense, bro. GG's, man.